Welcome back for another nature fix. This time my doggy and I are hitting the road in search of bluebells. They normally appear in England during late spring, but as we had an early heat wave in March, they've arrived sooner because I took this video in about mid-April. I wanted to make sure that we got there when the bluebells were in full swing, and we were not disappointed. It's amazing how much bluebell patience is tucked away underneath this woodland floor. Would you believe it actually takes about 5 to 7 years for a bluebell seed to develop into a bulb strong enough to flower? In those early years, the baby bluebells look just like tiny little blades of grass. This is one of the reasons they are so vulnerable, because if we step off the paths, we can easily crush years and years of growth without even realizing it. These ancient woodlands are under the management of Forestry England, who look after this massive 270 hectare site. Being an ancient woodland means this area has been continuously wooded since at least the year 1600. And because the soil here has remained relatively undisturbed for centuries, it has allowed these incredible natural colonies of native bluebells to establish themselves over hundreds of years. Creating these vast carpets takes much more than just time. It starts with pollination, and even though bluebells can self-pollinate, they much prefer a bit of help. Their sweet, cool perfume and deep nectar-rich bells are a magnet for early season bees and butterflies. As they dive deep into the flower to reach the nectar, they get dusted with that creamy white pollen, carrying it from one nodding head to the next. Once a flower is successfully pollinated, it produces seeds. But unlike many plants that use the wind to travel, bluebell seeds are relatively heavy. When the seed pods dry out and crack open, the seeds simply drop to the ground. Because of this, a colony usually only expands by only a few centimeters every year. It's a very local, very patient takeover. The colony also has a secret weapon underground. Mature bulbs can produce offsets, small clone bulbs that grow alongside the parent, which helps the patch thicken over time. Between the slow drop of seeds and the underground cloning, you realize that a carpet this large is actually a living map of hundreds of years of uninterrupted growth. And this is why protecting the soil from trampling is so vital, because once a colony is destroyed, it could take another century to reclaim its former glory. To understand why this colony thrives here, you have to look at the ingredients of a perfect bluebell wood. These flowers are actually quite strategic. They are early risers that need to finish their entire life cycle in a tiny window of early spring, just before the heavy beech canopy closes up and blocks out the sun. This is why they love ancient woodlands. The natural cycle of trees maturing and branches falling creates the perfect dappled sunlight they need to fuel their growth. The soil here also plays a huge role. Because this wood has been undisturbed for so long, the ground remains light and fluffy, full of tiny air pockets that allow the bulbs to breathe and the roots to spread easily. Native bluebells have incredibly soft, succulent leaves, making them very sensitive to any kind of pressure. If those leaves are crushed by footsteps, the plant can't photosynthesize properly to store energy back into the bulb, which can literally starve the colony for years. Staying on the path is the simplest way to keep this nature wonderland going for future seasons. Hey there, Chicky Monkey! Looks like my furry friend is trying to help out Forestry England with the coppicing, but I think we might need to work on her tree identification first. You see, coppicing is an ancient sustainable way to manage a wood by cutting certain trees down to the base to encourage fresh, fast growth. It's actually a brilliant way to let more light reach the forest floor so these bluebells can thrive. But maybe we had better leave the professional cutting to the professionals, right? My doggy did actually point out this fallen branch to me, which is in fact doing a very important job. In some places you see them deliberately placed along the path edges as a natural boundary marker. They aren't just random debris, but act as a gentle shield to remind us where the path ends and the colony begins. By keeping our paws and boots on the right side of these branches, we prevent the soil from being compacted, which keeps those delicate bluebell bulbs from being suffocated underground. Before we say goodbye to Micheldever Wood, I'd love to give a big shout out to the supporting heroes in this bluebell story, the trees. This forest is predominantly matured beech woodland, and these towering trees actually play a pivotal role in the spectacular display we've just seen. They cast such a heavy shade later in the year that it naturally discourages thick undergrowth from competing with the flowers, creating a perfect window of opportunity every spring for our bluebells to take center stage. I'm sure the rangers here must have to clear maybe some unhelpful undergrowth or invasive species from time to time to keep the flowers from being suffocated, but ultimately it's this ancient harmonizing partnership between the beech canopy, the forest floor and the magic of the bluebells that makes this absolutely mind-blowing and awe-inspiring bluebell wonderland possible. Even the car park looks nice here. Look at that. With this tree-lined lane sitting right between the wood and the village, the effects of cross-pollination are really apparent, with all the bluebell varieties blending together. We leave behind the magic of the bluebells, a humble reminder. With village gardens so close to the wood, the risk of cross-pollination is higher. We can each do our bit to help the native English bluebell thrive by planting only native species in our gardens, giving nature a helping hand to preserve this beautiful, gentle flower for generations to come.